Hi everyone, welcome back to Bertie Budget, and off we go again. Once again we're going to be working on this this Zontes, try and get a few more bits bolted on. Right, now the speedo, what I want to do, again, lots and lots of cleaning, painting and boring stuff that I won't bother filming. I'm going to work on these clocks though, as well as needing a bit of a general clean up, and possibly take that bracket off and paint it. I don't know, I'll see how that turns out. It might be okay. Also, what I want to do is on the actual rev counter there, you will see silver paint on there. Now that should say the word Zontes, and someone has taken the trouble to take these apart and paint that out. Further evidence that this engine, you remember those spaces that I had to put in where someone had ground down the engine to make it fit into a frame that it probably shouldn't have been in, and I think probably these clocks were used on the same bike that wasn't a Zontes, so they've painted out the word Zontes. Now I'm going to try and clean that off and see if I can get back to the word Zontes underneath. I'm probably going to end up making it worse than it probably is, but anyway, we're going to take these apart, give it a go and see what happens. So let me pop you on the stand and we'll get into it. Right, let's get into it. Just out of interest, do you remember the gear indicator thing that I changed on the engine, the last video I think, I'm not sure? Well, that's where it displays what gear you're in just there, and now that wasn't working. That's why I changed that. No idea if it is now. We won't know until we get it all back together. So let's whip this back off, see what we find inside. I've got some isopropyl alcohol, some IPA in the house. And I'm wondering if that might be the stuff that could possibly take that paint off and reveal the word underneath. Whether it will just end up taking all the paint off. Okay. You know, I don't think that bracket's too bad. What's that front on? I mean, quite obviously someone's been here before, because that screw's missing and that screw's missing. I mean, obviously they've been here before anyway, because they've painted up that that word. So we'll see if we can find a couple of self tappers. I'm sure I've got some somewhere that we can replace those with. There we go, filthy dirty. What happens if I just let me go and grab my IPA, a little cloth, and we'll get a 10mm spanner, get that bracket off, and then we'll carry on. Okay, we're back now. Got a couple of little kiddies brushes. Clean that shite out. Yeah, actually do with a bigger one really. Yeah, we'll get some proper spray on that. What I'm interested in trying, we've got this stuff 99.9% alcohol, Good for cleaning. Probably wouldn't want it with a tonic and a slice of lemon though. Put that down there, no lid on. Down to knock that over. Little kiddie's paintbrush. This probably isn't going to work, but what we've got to lose? Apart from the entire face of the clock. Yeah, I don't know. It's beginning to reveal something. Oh, this smells lovely. Just let that soak a bit. Work it in. Don't worry about it, we might as well clean the entire face. That is working. Oh yes. Don't know if you can see that. Bit more. It's a lovely smell. Yeah, well pleased with that. Let's give that a bit of a general clean up. I'm not going to push my luck. Yeah. Zontes. We got it back. Yeah, it's marked it a little bit I think, but yeah, all in all. Just give the whole thing a clean. Bit of rag I'm using is probably just dirty. Good, yeah, I'm pleased with that. Right, okay, I'm going to take that bracket off, give this a bit of a general clean up, get it all back together, and then we'll bring it back. Back soon, cheers guys. Right, that's on. Well, it's not on, it's just loosely bolted because I think they've got to come off again when I put the ignition on. And the reason I'm not putting the ignition on now is because I've got absolutely no idea where it is. So I've just sort of put them on there to keep them out of the way. They've come out quite well. They're not perfect, but there you go. Right, next, for my next trick, as they say, let me grab a 10mm spanner, because the next thing I'm going to fit is that, where's it gone? Oh, there you are, that air injection valve. Now, I've spoken about these before. People call them EGR valves. They're not EGR valves, I promise you. They are air injection valves. They're just a one-way valve that put, I'm not sure the actual technicalities of them, but they basically squirt oxygen into your exhaust pipe to clear your catalytic converter. They are not EGRs, as I've said. Removing them will not give you more performance. That is just one of these urban myths that seem to have which way does that bloody thing go? Yeah, it's just one of these urban myths that seem to have generated, and yeah, it's got to be that way, it's the only way it can go. In fact, in certain circumstances, removing it can cause damage, particularly if you've got a catalytic converter. So yeah, just one of them things that people seem to believe. One thing I don't believe is that I don't believe I've got that bloody thing on the right way. Nah. Come on, Bodget, sort yourself out. Is that bracket on backwards? Oh, let me look up. I can't remember which way around that goes. Let me look it up and then I'll come back. And there we go, fitted. I did have it on the right way. I don't know why I was down myself, but yeah, there it is. It's fitted. I had a dodgy thread which I had to recut. There it is. Next, I've been looking at the switch gear actually. I've got two of one side, one of the other. Neither are particularly good. Big old scratch there, might be able to blow some paint over it, I don't know. Carburetor, yeah, do you know what, I ought to clean that out a bit. Yeah, I ought to get that on. That's looks like a new one. I might have bought a new one actually, can't remember what I did yesterday. But yeah, let's get that carb on next in actual fact. Then we can start getting some switch gear in place. At some point we need to get the wiring on. Let's see if we can get this carb on. That's another step towards the big day when we fire it up. I'll try and take a cable tie off with a pair of pliers here because I'm too lazy to go and get some snips, but I've got one anyway. I got the bloody thing off. There we go. Right, that pipe goes on there. We'll tidy them up and route them at a later date. Yeah, a couple of ties to the frame or something. Okay. Right, let's get this carburetor bolted on. We can then start thinking about the throttle and the airbox and all shit like that. Can't remember when the last time this bike ran, but I would imagine, you know, it's got to be a year, I would have thought. Gasket's not fantastic, but it's what we got and it's what's going on. Am I still going to get the throttle on? Yeah, I should do. If not, I'll have to take it off again, won't we? On the other side. Probably end up having to take it off again because there'll be something I've forgotten, but for now, it's going on. Why are you unscrewing it, you muppet? That's better. Shall I fast forward through this? Nah, can't be arsed. I'll just nip that up for the now, till we get this side tightened down. They're good, these ratchet spanners, but they're quite bulky. You can't always get them in where you need to get them in. Also, you can get them in fixed head or swivel head. I got the swivel head, as you can see, and the fixed head are better, to be honest, because these just keep coming off and moving. Click. My inbuilt torque wrench. Click. And a bit more. Right, carb on. Good, good. Right, now we can start thinking about a throttle. I've got no plug on the end of that as well, and that's coming from the stator, so that's an issue I've got to deal with. I don't know. Yeah, we'll tidy up cables and wires afterwards when we've got the wiring loom and everything on. So let's go and have a look at this this throttle linkage. So, see the guy with his red paint daubing it all over the place, thinking he's making his bike look cool, and he's not. He's just making himself look a dick. Okay, I am going to clean that up. May paint it, may not, and we'll come back when we come to fit it. I think somewhere I've got some new grips as well, so I'll seek them out as well if I can find them. Okay, more progress will bring you back. Yeah, I did have a set of spare grips, which is handy. Bought them for another project, obviously never used them. Don't think they're the fantastic quality, being probably likely from eBay or our friends at AliExpress. But let's get one on anyway. Yeah, I think we need a bit of lube. Hang on. Bit of the old WD. Cures all illnesses, WD. That's better. Oh, that's good. They're open at the end. That's not very good, is it? Hang on, let's just move it to the end. Probably meant to have some bar end weights there. I might even have some of them as well knocking about somewhere. So, yeah, that'll do. That's one on. Yeah, there's a thread in that end, but I think the other side might be, yeah, snapped off. It's got a sheared bolt in it. That'll do for now. And obviously this one will replace that. Yeah, obviously designed for bar end weights, but I'm not sure I'm going to be putting any on. Look at this thingy apart. I'll have a look in my junk cupboard in a minute. if I've got any better grips, because I'm not that keen on them ones. I prefer the closed end ones. Even if I found some bar end weights and drilled that bolt out, I'm still not keen, because they're quite wide bars anyway, and that's just going to make it wider than I'm happy with. But we'll see. We'll go with what we've got to go with. Work with what we got, as they say. That screw in there's loose. Everywhere you go with this, there's evidence of people have been there before. Okay, right, I'm going to clean and tidy that up off camera, and I'll bring you back when we put it on. Right, I've cleaned up this switch gear, this left-hand switch gear, best I can. It's not great, it's terribly faded on the top there, but I think what I might do, I don't want to cover up these high beam, low beam thing on here with paint, but what I might do is mask off just a straight line across there and just paint the top of that, but I'm going to do that in situ. That way I won't damage it. Turn you around there. Yeah, the other thing as well, I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, you can. There's a hole there that locates this to stop it twisting round and round. Unfortunately, there is no pin in here to locate in that hole. So, I really don't like doing this, but we're going to have to do the old insulating tape bodgeroonie to try and pack that out. If it was the other way round and there was a pin on there and no hole in the handlebars, then I would go to the trouble of drilling the hole in the handlebars. But as is becoming common with this bike, we are going to work with what we've got. I don't intend spending a fortune on it. I may have to spend something, but this is the epitome of the budget build. Is that right? Probably got a bit too much tape on there. Okay, might be a bit too much, but we'll see how it comes up. The short one goes in there, or the long one, the short one I think. Bertie Bodget by name, Bertie Bodget by nature. That switch feels a little bit suspect. I suspect this might be coming off again. Let's get some WD in there, and it would have to be that side that's faulty. Switch cleaner. Got some switch cleaner somewhere, but as is my life, I can't find it. Get a bit of WD in there. Oh, that feels better. Yeah, it's not quite as graunchy. Right, let's tighten that up. See how it feels. Where you gone, you bugger? Oh, there. Doing the old tape bodge on this side isn't quite as bad because there's no twisting motion going on with the throttle. You know, on the other side you twist the throttle, the whole thing moves. It's bloody annoying, but there's no twisting motion on this one, so I don't like doing it. But if I've got to do it on any side, I'd rather do it on this side. So that is done. Get a bit of degreaser. I need a cable tie just to stop those cables pulling out the bottom there. Sorted. Yeah. If that plays up, we may have to whip it out again, but for the time being, that ain't too bad. Right, now do a bit of a bodgery. See if we can just make that look a bit prettier. It's not ideal. What would be the best way of doing that? Right, I'll let you have a look at that when it dries and we've got all the rags off. Right, as you can see, I've packed away because the weather's beat me again. So we're going to call it a day. I have just been reviewing some of my video footage actually. I sound like fucking Darth Vader, don't I, some of them. Anyway, we'll crack on, probably do a bit more tomorrow. Thanks for watching guys. Bertie Bodgett signing off.